I said it on YouTube, but I forgot to change my tags on Twitch. I changed everything but my tags. Twitch saw that, YouTube didn't see that. Hi everyone! Hello VOD. Hello VOD. I love watching the glasses tracking. My eyes feel crazy because I wear glasses, so I love watching the little glasses tracking. Hello VOD! We're back in the lab! We're back in the lab! Yay! We're back in the lab. Hey, we're back in the lab. We're back in the lab. Ba, 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 ba. I wanted to change my sticky note, but honestly, like, I totally forgot I had the stream. I love making a schedule and then forgetting about it. So today, you see how my XY is just, I need to fix this ponytail and this like top bit of hair. But you see how like my bangs and my goggles and my ponytail don't move? We're fixing that. We're fixing that. So I should actually... Will you guys kill me if I just color code right now? You guys can't even see this. You guys, I won't color code because you guys can't see it. I'll color code off stream. I do, however, want to make some folders. How do I do this again? Is it here? No, that's create a new parameter. What are you? Create new folder. Why are you a piece of paper? Head XY. Can I make you a color? You guys can see this, okay. How do I label color? Red. I'm just gonna do this real quick. Pressing shift instead of caps locks would probably help, right? We're just gonna call you... It's head XYZ, I'm a liar. XY Z. Z. I had caps locks on. This is gonna be eyes. I'm just doing this real quick. How the hell do I just did it, yeah, orange. Okay. I was actually fighting with Live2D earlier today. I mentioned it on Twitter, where I tweet sometimes. I'm honestly not very good with the Twitter. If we're gonna be forthcoming, not forthright, forthcoming. I'm not very good with remembering to tweet. Honestly, today I just tweeted out of frustration because what was happening was, I guess I'll just put it in like effects with the breath or something. Oh shit, not what I wanted to do. Actually, I'll put it with the cheek, with the mouth. I think that makes the most sense. So what's happening is I always like check on this before I stream just to like have everything set up. I like being organized. I'm not very great at it, but I like being organized. So I open this up, I look at it, and my torso is like just fucked up. I'll mess with the mesh to show you. Okay. This will be fine for the hair physics. I keep pressing caps locks because I'm so used to my computer at work, which is a completely different keyboard. So I've been like typing, like it's my work computer and it's like it's my computer at work. I don't own the computer. And that means I'm hitting lots of buttons I don't mean to. Except for pressing shift. That's me just being a little stupid. So purple. There you go. Little rainbow. Okay. So I open this up, right? And it's like, let me grab my torso. Oh, I fixed it. I fixed it just by like getting rid of the whole mesh. Let me actually just auto that. There we go. So what it was like, wait, I need to glue meshes together, but I'll do that when I start doing the body, is it was like, but there wasn't a point there. This is what's important to understand. There was no point there. It was just like this. The mesh hadn't moved at all. I don't know what happened, but it was like this. And like, I was so confused and terrified. Like, I literally had a mini panic attack where I had to like calm myself down and be like, no, 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 no. Let's look for a solution. Let's be reasonable. Just no, 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 no. I do need to glue some meshes together today, so that'll be fun. I've never glued meshes together before. It's so funny that I thought I was gonna get this done in a week. Can we just like pour one out for my own stupidity? It's so funny. I thought I was going to make this happen in a week. That's really like the audacity of the college student. I didn't make the warps. Oopsie. Oopsie. Okay. Let me grab all of these and just make a warp deformer, and let's call that bang center, and let's just call this bangs XY. Create. And I think that'll be fine. Hopefully that'll be fine. I need to move this paint over because you can see like, oh, whoopsie. You can see like the little bald spot. I'm balding, guys. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm actually balding. I hope you guys like my thumbnail on YouTube. Twitch doesn't have thumbnails. On la YouTube, I forgot to add these to the bang XY. Wait, real quick. Down, bang XY. There we go. Let me put her looking back to center. I said I love overachieving. Okay. I say that like I have Stockholm syndrome. But in all seriousness, I like putting more than I think I'm reasonably gonna do. Or should I do the body too before I do hair physics? I don't even know how to do the body, to be honest. Like, especially because it doesn't really show a lot. But I don't know how to do it. Like, I mean, I don't really know how to do any of this, to be quite frank. So then I press glue. Are we glued together? Did I do it? Is that all I have to do? Do I have to like press anything? There is a press B. I'm pressing B. Glue weight A. How do you glue? There we go. Okay, so I don't know what the difference is, but I'm just gonna kind of glue weight A. And then, so now if I, real quick, it didn't do shit. Okay, cool. So we have glue weight A. So glue weight A is U. No, where's my glue? Quieto, remerge glue vertexes. Where's my brush? No, I don't want to edit the mesh. Yes, cancel mesh. There it is. Damn. Damn, bro. Okay. So now we're gonna go here. Where is my thing? Can I do them both? Can I just glue them all? Is this what I'm doing? No, esto es brush selection. So I need to grab all of this. Okay. Can I Live2D, please? Okay. I'm gonna grab all of this. I'm gonna press U. Ah! You might get Spanglish here because this is really hurting my brain. And now I'm going to select all of you. And I'm going to glue B. Ahorita, does this work? No! Ah! No. I want to control Shift Z. Okay, there we go. Why? Why? You know what? I'll cross this bridge when I get there. I will cross this bridge when I get there. Let me actually... I'm so easily distracted. I'm sorry, guys. Let me actually, real quick, just open... Where? I need to check something on my YouTube Live. Give me a second. No. Where is it? Whatever. 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 I was going to check how it was running here and how it looked. Yeah, I have my thumbnail. There we go. Okay. I muted there. Perfect. Okay. I needed to make sure I had a thumbnail. I'm sorry. And I had the right thumbnail. Okay, anyway, I am going to cross the glue bridge when we get there. And just keep the main thing the main thing. Because I don't even have XY on this. I'm XYing and nothing's happening. I'm just going dong 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 dong. Because Inochi doesn't have warp deformers, okay? I feel so bougie. And I think doing the bangs separately from the goggles is probably a good choice. Does this? No, it does. Okay. It's just I also have bald spots because my paint over isn't really right. Dun, 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 dun. So that's kind of what's happening. This looks a little too long. We're not really like wrapping around the head. Is there a shadow somewhere that I missed in the warp deformer, or am I just like being crazy? I do not know. So anyway, I don't know how your week has been, but I've had a very good week. I hope, you know, for those who celebrate, you had a good Memorial Day. I did. I spent it lazy doing nothing. And I said I was going to repaint my hair today. I forgot. I totally forgot. Too late now. Too late now. I need to remember. What I want to tweet to remember, but I use my phone to track my face. So let me do it real quick here. You aren't verified yet. I'm not paying you, Elon. I'm not paying you to use your stupid app. What is this? No, this is the post button. I hate this UI. I hate this UI so much. I forgot I was going to repaint my hair this stream. I'll do it next stream. Tweeting. I still have caps locks on. That's so funny. I forgot I was going to repaint the hair this stream. I'll do it next stream. Tweeting to remember. Little tongue face. Post. I should also do the live now. You've unlocked more on X. The fuck does this mean? Whatever. I don't understand this website. Can I be real with everybody? I don't understand this website at all, like in the slightest. I don't understand it. Let me tweet the stream too while I'm here. I'm doing everything but what I said I was supposed to do. ¿Dónde está? It's really that like I got so wrapped up in fixing that one weird bug that I just like blanked out on everything else I was going to do. It's share. Video link. Live now. When Live2D Lab. HairXY and blinks. If we have time. Little smiley face. Why does enter not let me post? Why do I have to do that? You're whack. You're whack. Anyway, I hope your Memorial Day has been good. Your Memorial Day weekend was good. Mine was. I went to church and I talked to people. Give it up for talking to people. I had like a real life conversation. And then yesterday morning, I said, you know, hello, good morning to, my bangs are smaller than that. It's just that the overlap isn't right. So it just looks bad. I need to remember that because they're not that wide. They're not that wide. Am I missing a shadow? I feel like I am. I am missing a shadow. Wow. I love catching things. Let me just do that. That, and I haven't done the goggles either. I wonder what the goggles would look like in the bang group. Real quick, guys. We're going to bring them down, not to the face work, to bangs XY. And then when we move them, I think they should have their own separate group. Be gone. No, it is part of bangs XY. No, it's not. No, it wasn't. There we go. Put you where you belong. That's better. Still think it's a little... That works, okay. There we go. Bang XY. And I need to do my hair overlap. Is the hair overlap so I can just key it everywhere. Where's my brush? For you, my brush. I need to make you much bigger, okay. this down and then kind of scoot the boot. Booply boop. I also need to move the goggles. I feel like I'm just coping at this point. That needs to go under. That still needs to go over there. Did I just not do enough overlap? Wow, I really do need to repaint this hair. I really do need to repaint this hair. Oh dear. You know what? That's fine for now. That is fine for now. Oh my gosh, you can see it over here too. You can see the bald spot. Wait, hair overlap. This way. This way. You need to go this way too. Hide the bald spot. Cover up the bald spot. Go, 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 go. Hide the bald spot. Hide it. I don't care if it's a little, if the colors are a little funky. As long as we're hiding the bald spot. I feel like I have a toupee. Like I'm like, ooh, hide the bald spot. Okay. I feel like I still need to move it a little. Maybe I just need to... There, please. Maybe I just need to, like, actually just scoot it over. I'm just hoping the goggles will cover up that last little bit. I think scooting it over was the right call. I'll do the goggles, too, because I feel they've always just been part of my hair. Little stretch! I should change the title before I upload. I need to remember this. I need somebody to call me on my shit in the comments if I upload this VOD and I don't do the blink. I need somebody to call me on my shit and say, Daisy. Oh my goodness. I say, Daisy. Can I just mirror this? How do I mirror this? Wait. I'm trying to be lazy. Lazy Daisy. Edit. Copy parameter value? Bro, I don't know how to use Live2D. I'm just... Nope. Nope. Is that modeling? Deformer? No. No. I need to edit the texture atlas before it reflects motion. Selected parameters are combined. De que habla. Oh, okay. Reflect motion. None up. Ugh. Okay. Ningún book reflect. Reflect motion. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. What are you talking about? Can I just do it? There are no keyform parameters at this value, pero there are. Okay. Pain in my ass. Pain in my asshole. Is it this? Is it that's 0.4? If it's at 0.4, I'm gonna be pissy. Reflect horizontally. Okay. I need to adjust that a little bit, pero that's much easier. Pissing me off. Nothing to raise my blood pressure like Live2D. It's like it auto fixes it when I'm rigging, but not when I'm trying to reflect. Like, girl, I'm stupid. We know I'm stupid. We've been known. So why? It's still too wide. I think that needs a little more scooty scooty. Scooty scooty. I think I need to do the goggles and then Look at that gap. Look at that. ¿Qué es esto? Is that the goggle? I think that's the goggle. Yeah, that looks good. So now I'm going to just kind of do the same thing on this side. So yeah, I hope your weeks have been good. I did the social interaction. I read The Glass Witch. I read the whole book in one night. Because I'm a freak like that. No, it was just really good. It's actually been on my to read list for a while. The author, God, I'm never gonna say her name right. I don't think she's ever gonna see this, but I'm never gonna say her name right. Sarah Rathreisen. I think that was wrong. Is an author I've like been into for a period of time. She does fantasy and she does like Christian witchcraft stuff. And even though I consider myself more of a mystic than a witch, I like her content. I think she's a lot more academic than a lot of people in the space. Like, especially with like spiritual books, sometimes it'll just be like, where's your source? And the source is just the vibes. It's just the vibes and the function. Like, that's the source. The source is just like the vibes. The source is just like, I made it up. Like, and you know, especially with like mysticism context that isn't like about a historical mystic, a lot of it is just like vibes based nonsense. So I'd been following her on TikTok for a while. I don't use TikTok anymore, but I've been following her on TikTok for a while. And I saw that she, you know, had released a book on Christian witchcraft, and I was more in the mystic space, and it was just like, we had some overlap, so I was like, okay, you know, she doesn't seem like loca, because there were some people who, you know, God bless them, but I was like watching their content and like listening to the words coming out of their mouth, and I was like, bueno, that's a little, maybe what we need is not crystals. Maybe what we need is a trip to the Grippy Sock Hotel. Maybe what we need is a psychiatric professional to, you know, check us out. Maybe God didn't say that, but maybe this should be taken up with a therapist and not put on TikTok as like advice. But then I also but when I saw like Sarah's stuff, and I'm going to refer to her by her first name, because if not, this will just be a stream of me going, I don't know how to say her name. I don't know how to say her name. I don't know how to say her name, over and over and over again. So Sarah, I'm sorry, my Slovenian immigrant queen, but English is already my second language. Okay, please have mercy. Like, this is just genuinely like me being stupid. Like, That, and I don't plan what I'm gonna talk about. I just yap, so... Honestly, I think that looks fine. And I don't think there's a bald spot over there. Perfect! Yay! Yay! Okay, anyway. So she had done, a book on Christian witchcraft with this other author, and I read it. I read it cover to cover. It's actually, like, tapped the fuck up. And I have not read, her other mysticism book, Where the Gods Left Off, in its entirety, because I just got it on Kindle Unlimited, like, this week. But I have seen, I have read the Christian witchcraft book. But I hadn't read any of her fantasy. Which, is very strange, because I enjoy fantasy a lot. Like, I think fantasy is definitely one of my favorite genres. There are some sci-fi fans and some fantasy fans that say, you know, I don't understand why sci-fi and fantasy are grouped together, and it's like, I do. Because if you replace magic for science, you have fantasy. Like, I mean, you replace magic for science, you have sci-fi. And if you replace science for magic, you have fantasy. And a lot of the difference in the genre have less to do with, like, the actual content and the actual sort of themes that you'd see, and more with just like set dressing, which probably sounds a little mean, but you know, it's the truth. The only real difference between sci-fi and fantasy is like set dressing. Especially if we're talking about like story structure, the like element of, you know, of either science that is foreign to the reader, or magic that is foreign to the reader. Even like character arcs, a lot of it is crosses over very well. Anyway, I love getting off topic. Reason I was talking about her is because I literally read The Glass Witch in a day. The Glass Witch is very good. My English brain just hasn't been working today, but I want to just keep my channel in English. Because my filter in Spanish is non-existent. So this is the filtered version, if you'll believe it. If you'll believe me, this is the filtered version. This is Filtered Daisy. So this sounds very clunky in English, and I know it sounds very clunky because I'm saying it in my head, and I know it sounds clunky and kind of creepy, but it's like not what that means, I promise. But basically she has a really good tongue. Like she's a very good, compelling writer. I think, you know, I think she's just a very good writer. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. And I am a enjoyer of her stuff, of her writing. I don't want to spoil it because it's really good. I recommend it a lot. It's called The Glass Witch. It's on Kindle Unlimited. If I knew it was on Kindle Unlimited, I probably would have read it a lot sooner. because I have this like rule for myself, especially with physical books. So my personal library is, and I love a physical book. I love like tabs and sticky notes and like annotating. That's even why I have like a journaling Bible, just to like annotate and put sticky notes and like, especially because I like read books and I like listen to podcasts and I do all that. So my rule with the physical books especially is if I have too many books that are on my to be read, or if I won't reflect motion for the ponytail, so I can just do this and then synthesize the corners. Synthesize corners. Hello. Synthesize corners. Hello. Synthesize corners. Thank you. Okay. I need to... Let me do the goggles first. I'm sorry, this made me laugh. The bald spot right here. So anyway, I have rules for myself that if I have too many, well, it depends on the genre. So if I have too many fiction books on my to be read, I won't get any more fiction. If I have too many if I have too many art reference books, I won't get any more until, you know, I've had those. If I have too many books on like mysticism and like Christian history, I won't get any more until I finish the ones I have. And it's just a good system so I don't spend all my money, to be honest. To be honest. Yeah, these corners are still synthesized. Okay. I feel like they look a little wacky. Did it delete what the work I did on the eyes last time? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? I think that's what happened. Que bárbaro! Oh my gosh! I didn't know it would do that. My goodness. Did I just do the adjustments on the face warp? I think I did. I don't remember. No, claro que no. No es an eyeball, no es eyeball, no es eyebrow. Okay. So it is the eyebrow? It is the eyes, okay. It just... You know what? I'm gonna let well enough be well enough and just chalk that up to my own personal stupidity. So anyway, I read The Glass Witch. It was really good. I'm working on the second book now, but I have work and adult responsibilities. So I haven't exactly gotten super far in that regard of the second book, although I have thoughts and feelings. I don't want to spoil it because it's really good. It's really good. And I'm not only saying that because I like her mysticism stuff and because I like, you know, her witchcraft stuff, but it's really good. It literally had me like under the covers reading at like 1 o'clock in the morning. just reading at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I had work the next day. And I finished that book. It was really good. And then the demons that live in the Kindle Unlimited were like, ooh, you liked this book? The second book in the series is on Kindle Unlimited too. Going to bed? Being a responsible adult, that's for losers. You should read the book. I read like 1 chapter and then I was like, no, I have to go to sleep. Like, I have to go to sleep and go to the job that pays me money. If it was a stream the next day, this is the job that doesn't pay me money, so I'm okay. I mean, I am a little obsessed with like trying to make these like good quality and entertaining. But like if it was the stream, okay. I'll be a little tired. I'll drink some coffee. It'll be fine. But the job that pays me money? I don't play with my money like that. In the society we live in the year 2025, I don't play with my money like that. So I read the first book. I did not read the second book. I'm like 3 chapters in. I have thoughts. I don't want to spoil it. But I have thoughts. Especially... Okay. So Sarah, God bless her. She put a handy-dandy pronunciation guide in the front of the book. God bless her. The book starts with a map and a pronunciation guide. So, you know, I'm on the first. I didn't open it up because it's on Kindle. You know, that's how we start a fantasy book. I'm already cheering, clapping, going, "We're so back!" Wow! Reason I bring it up is because I ignore pronunciation guides. I'm reading in my head. I'll say your name however the hell I want to. You're not real. If it was a real person, you know, I'll give you respect and I'll learn how to say your name how you're actually supposed to say it. But you're a fictional character, I can do what I want. It's a free country. So I've been calling the Winter King, whose name I think is supposed to be said Jadric. I've been calling him Hadric in my head. Where'd you get the H from? I think in Spanish a lot of the time sometimes, especially because like now I've been working in Spanish. That's being a heritage Spanish speaker is like speaking neither English nor Spanish. And for me, it really depends on the languages I've been around. And I work in Spanish, so I've been thinking in Spanish since I started this job. Just because I like work in Spanish, and that's just being a heritage Spanish speaker. So I've been calling him Hadric. That's not his name, I know, but again, he's not real. He can't turn me to ice. What's he gonna do to me? Nothing. So Hadric. I do not like that motherfucker. I don't know if he has like stans. But I know he has a hater. Me. And it's not even like the whole plot line of the book, because I don't want to spoil it. I guess it's in the description. I guess if it's in the Amazon description, it's fair game. And So it's in the Amazon description, so I think it's fair game. I'm just checking my angles. Oh, what's this? Why does it do that? Ah, because it's up over there. Okay. Easy enough. Easy enough. I do not like this motherfucker. So, and I think this is part of the Amazon description. If I'm spoiling it, I'm so sorry. Basically, there are kingdoms, and each kingdom's like a different season, right? There's world building, so I'm like giving you the ABC 1, 2, 3s. And Hadrik, who's not called Hadrik, is the Winter King, and he's been making it eternal winter because he's salty, and they don't tell you why he's salty in the description, so I won't tell you either. But he's like salty, so he's like, no more winter. No more winter! Which causes problems for everybody. Because you need other seasons to like exist, right? We understand this. We understand you need like other seasons to exist for like any sort of climate to work, right? Okay, cool. As long as we all understand. So... no, that is what I wanted. Ponytail. Ponytail XY. Create. Anyway. So our main gal is like sent in to murder him. Because they've been trying to get him to you know, let winter come, and he has not been letting winter come. And that's the plot of the book, that she has to go murder him by trying to be his wife. Wifey for lifey. And I do not like that motherfucker. Because like... so listen, gang, I'm gonna teach you something. There are 2 types of misogyny. And this is like a real thing. There have been, you know, scholars and philosophers who have broken this down much better than I'm going to break it down. I didn't plan this, so I don't even remember what the other type of misogyny is like formally called. But there are 2 types of misogyny, right? There's... I'm gonna call it malicious misogyny. Not delicious misogyny, malicious misogyny. Which is, it's like your Andrew Tates of the world. It's like the type that they call women bitches, and they, you know, and they're like, women are only for sexy, yeah. Like, it's like your Andrew Tate dudes. Your alpha male. That's like malicious misogyny, right? And then there's another type of misogyny that's called benevolent misogyny. And you can like subdivide anything into more pieces if you try hard enough. Like, I'm sure there have been philosophers who are like, and there's you know, grass type misogyny, and there's fire type misogyny, and it's like Pokemon, you gotta collect them all. But I don't care about that. So 2 types of misogyny, right? Benevolent misogyny is, I guess the best way to explain it is misogyny that at least like pretends to care about women. So it's the type of misogyny that says, I think all women should be trad wives because that's what's best for them psychologically, and that's, you know, it's that type of misogyny. And typically guys who are like into this more benevolent misogyny, and women, because women can be into it too, typically they believe that bullshit. Like, and they like fully believe that bullshit. people in real life, not people who are on the internet commentators. I think the second you start making ad revenue from something, we gotta be a little suspicious of your motives, okay? So benevolent misogyny is that type of misogyny that like cares about women, I guess, right? Like they don't participate in misogyny because they think women suck. They participate in misogyny because they think that is the best thing for women. And that is the vibe Mr. Hadrik has been giving me all of book 1. That's the vibe that he's been giving me. Especially because, like, I don't want to spoil it. I'm fighting the spoilers so hard. I need to do a fan art stream. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a fan art stream. And the fan art stream will have spoilers. And I'll do the fan art stream when I finish the second book. That's what I'll do. But I do not like Hadrik. I don't like his ass. Like, I just don't. I just do not like him. He really was giving me benevolent misogyny. That's really like the only vibes he was giving me. That's all I could like focus on. Was just the ick I was getting from him. And that's all I could really focus on. It doesn't help that, like, I am a Christian. And physically, I practice modesty. I don't think everybody's gotta do it. Purity culture and its consequences. But I practice modesty, right? So I've had a lot of guys look at me and be like, okay, devout Christian practices modesty. Is this my Latina Nara Smith? Is this her? Yeah, and I'm just like trying to focus on God. Like, these guys aren't even on my radar. I'm just trying to focus on God. They're like, Nara Smith? Is that you? Like, that works. That's a little. Will actually go down, and this will go down. That's why it looks weird. So I've had like real life guys kind of, try to make me their trad wife and hit me with the benevolent misogyny. So that's why it's like the ick that like I can pick up on it like nobody's business. Like that's the thing that I can pick up on it like nobody's business. I did the ponytail backwards. That's what I'm doing. I'm fixing it because I did it backwards. It's supposed to go higher and then lower. I can make this even go lower, actually. I can make this even go lower. I can make this go even higher. Higher like that. There we go. Just scoop up. Scooty up. Oh, I got a notification on my phone. I hope you guys didn't hear that. That still looks a little crunchy. I also need to repaint the hair. I will do it next stream. I even tweeted so I will remember. Let me put 0, 30. It's just easier to type in the numbers. I made the Y backwards. With ponytails like that, because it's attached to the top of your head, when you move your head up, the ponytail's actually going down, and when you move your head down, the ponytail's going up. And I did it backwards. That's what I'm fixing. That's what I'm fixing. Because I did it backwards, because I was focused on yapping. So yeah, I'll talk about the glass switch on a fan art stream. That's what I'll do. That is what I will do. It was really good. Highly recommend it. Again, it's one of those books that, like, I literally could not put it down. I was literally, like, in my bed, going. And it's like, I think the first couple of chapters were a little rough, and I don't think it was a writing problem. I think it's just narrative storytelling. You have to build, you know, reader invest. You know, you have to make readers invest. And that takes a minute. Especially because I'm the type that I will... I will take a while to really get invested in characters. And then by like chapter 3, I was like, ah! By chapter 3, I was like, you can rip this book out of my cold dead hands. Actually. So yeah, I read The Glass Witch. I cleaned Croqueta's cage. Finally! Can we give it up for cleaning Croqueta's cage? Just because, like... So I don't like to stress out my hamster, okay? You can laugh at me, you can call me silly, you can say whatever you want. You know, yeah, I am silly. I am a silly Billy. And I love my hamster. And I don't like to stress him out. So what was happening is that because I was like coming back from work and I was super tired, and I was streaming and I was doing all this stuff, is that because hamsters are crepuscular, they're not nocturnal, they're crepuscular. That means they're most active around dawn and dusk. Because of that, I hadn't really had an opportunity to clean his cage just because of like the timing of things. Which is very shitty of me to say, but it's the truth. I mean, he has like a big cage and he has like lots of bedding. You know, the quality of life for my hamster is very high. I do believe in ethical hamster care. I do want to upgrade his cage because it's only 500 square inches right now, and he's a Syrian, but I don't have the space or the money for that. But you know, it is what it is. Oh, was I supposed to do it on these? Oh, whatever. Whatever. That looks good. Wee, look! Ah! I can move! Yay! It's time to do the hair physics. It's time to do the hair physics. So let me actually delete these bad boys. Yes. And then you're going to click the blend shape. We're gonna call this Bang Physics 1. To Control C, Control V. That's not what I do. I replicate parameter. Can I not rename you? Bang physics 2. Damn. I need to stretch. Okay, I'm stretching. Yay! I'm gonna try and stream for 2 hours today. We've hit 1 hour, which is very good. I'm gonna try and stream for 2. I don't know if I'll make it, but that's what I'm aiming for. It's just streaming takes a lot of energy from me. And I don't know if it's because I'm a yapper or like what's going on. Streaming takes a lot of energy from me. Where is my bang group? You guys can't even see it because my body's in front of it. I meant to put myself. You guys can't see my mouse. What am I doing? I was just like gesturing with my mouse. Okay. I'm going to just do that. There we go. And I'm gonna move up and down. Okay. Oh, I need to make this a lot smaller. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, I finally got around to cleaning Croqueta's cage. He was finally out and able to be, you know, ejected from his cage. I say that like I'm, you know... I can't believe I just did that. No! Ah! It's the Mac from work. The Mac from work has like rewritten all my muscle memory. Okay. Boom. We're just gonna start from the top of the list. There we go. That's not what I wanted. There we go. So it was nice to finally clean his cage. He was so cute. I gave him some broccoli yesterday, and he was so cute eating it. I posted it on my Twitter. I don't care if you guys aren't hamster people, but I am hamster people, so I will post my hamster on my Twitter, and you guys will like it. I've also been posting my Neko Atsume little house. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, that works. Next, I've been posting my little Neko Atsume house. Let me actually... that too. There we go. Now we just do this a gajillion more times. I love how you can see it. I've been posting my little Neko Atsume house. I've been playing, it doesn't really have gameplay, Neko Atsume. It's free on the phone. It means kitty collector in Japanese. I only know that because I googled it. I don't speak any Japanese. I only know that because I googled it. And the kitties are very cute. The kitties are very cute. I used to play it in high school, the first game. And then throughout the years and like phone transfers, it just ended up getting deleted off my phone because I never played it, especially because it's one of those games where like your max playtime is literally 5 minutes. Like you set furniture and then you occasionally come in and you check on your cats and you refill their food, and that's like all you do. And it's great. It's great. It's wonderful, in fact. Highly recommended. Another thing I highly recommend. So I've been playing that. I want to try and get all the rare cats. But you need to like get certain little, they're called goodies. That's what they're called. You have to get certain pieces of furniture. In order to attract like the special cats, and they all cost gold fishes, which is like the harder currency to come by. And I've been using all of my gold fishes on the more expensive food because I want more cats to come so I can look at more little cartoon cats. We understand how this works, right? So I'm like, now I need to be on my grind. Now I need to be on my grind and get the kitties to come. There's like a little like Hermione Meow, which is like a little witch cat. There's like a bougie like movie star cat. These are the special cats I'm going for. There's Billy the Kitten, which I actually got him. I actually got him because it's the cowboy hat. Is the prompt. I actually have Billy the Kitten. I want this to bounce upward, I think. Yeah. I have Billy the Kitten. I want to get all these rare cats, but their furniture is more expensive. So I've gotta grind Neko Atsume. Words I never thought I would say. I'm gonna burp. Oh my goodness. And then I said it and I won't burp. Oh! Terrible! Awful! Evil! I hate it when that happens. I do that all the time on stream and I don't know why. I'm like never gassy. Is it because I'm nervous? Because honestly, like, and it's literally the same effect, I think. You know those people that like leave really nasty stuff on the internet for no reason? Like literally for no reason. Literally no reason at all. And they just say nasty stuff because they're anonymous and they can say it. That's like I'm having like the social anxiety equivalent of that whenever I do the VTuber thing. Because again, in real life, I'm literally like, I said good morning to a coworker, yay! Like, and that's literally how I feel about it. Because like, my brain does not know the difference between saying good morning to somebody and being hunted for sport. Okay? She doesn't know the difference, and we're trying to teach her. We're trying to teach her, and we're doing a pretty good job, but she doesn't know the difference. Poor thing. Poor thing. So like, I kind of have the same thing where because I'm behind an anime girl and you can't see my face and you don't know who I am, I can just like yap about whatever, which is very nice. I don't even know where the hell I was going with this. Oh, I remember. I remembered where I was going with it. I think I'm getting gassy because I'm nervous, and it's like the bit of my brain that knows what I'm doing that is like, we're being hunted for sport! Run! like that little bit of my brain. Oh, somebody has gardeners. Okay. I hope that doesn't mess with the audio. That little part of my brain is like anxiety go noom. That little part of my brain is like, I can't believe I used this as overlap. Oh my gosh. Look at my sins. Look at my sins. This is fine without a warp deformer because this is physics and a blend shape. So this should be fine. If it's not fine, I'm literally going to cry. I will save though. I will save. Remember to save your Live2D. Remember to save your Live2D. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know if you guys can hear... I don't know whose gardener that is, but... I hope it's not my neighbor to the left. My neighbor to the... I'm gonna talk closer to the mic so you guys can hear me better. Especially over the gardener. But my neighbor to the left has like the only gardener in the area that uses like gasoline powered tools, and you can always smell it really strong. You can always like smell the gas. Which is never fun, especially as I like to sit outside. I like to just sit outside and enjoy the day, especially when the day is really pretty. Nowadays, it's been hot as balls, though. Nowadays, it's been freaking like Satan's left testicle. Like, I don't know what's been going on with it's summer. Summer is here, okay? And summer in the south is not to be trifled with. Summer in the south is like, I imagine God up in heaven every year just being like, turn it up, turn up the temperature. So summer in the south is not to be trifled with. It's hot as balls. I should probably see if those guys want some water, but I don't have any water bottles, so they'd probably say no anyway. Which is okay. Anyway, it's hot as balls nowadays because summer in the south doesn't play around. The real southern thing, and this is so true with the area I live in. So we're gonna start with high school, right? So high school, my brother drove to high school. I drove to high school too, until we found out that I was dissociating on the road, and I was dissociating real bad, and that wasn't the safest experience ever. But I drove to high school too, so we both drove to high school. And at my high school, everybody gets robbed. Okay? Like, you learn not to put valuables out. And my brother, he got a new car. I'm not gonna tell you what type of car he drives because he still drives this car. But he got like a brand spanking new car when he was 16. I got a used car on Craigslist because I didn't want to drive. Like, I was so resistant to driving. I didn't even want to get my driver's license. Like, I still am really scared of driving. But, like, I don't even want to get my driver's license. My first driver's test I took, I literally had, like, a panic attack. I had a panic attack and I walked home. Okay, that's how my first driving lesson went. I had a panic attack and I walked home. But at my school, everybody would get robbed. It was like a rite of passage. You get robbed. And again, this is the most southern shit ever. This is the most southern shit ever. Those gardeners are crazy loud. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but those gardeners are crazy loud. So everybody would get robbed. I literally had a friend that she biked to school, right? And like, oh, thank you for the follow. I have my little follower thing. I can't do Faster Gamer. Thank you for the follow. I actually can't make unique images on Twitch because you need to put your phone number in, and I used my phone number in middle school for my Twitch account, and then I deleted that Twitch account, and I never set it to let it have multiple phone numbers, and Twitch won't let me back in. So we have the little potion bottle. We can pretend it's like a sciencey little beaker or something, because that's what I originally wanted to do, like a little, oh, that's my Inochi. That's originally what I wanted to do, a little beaker like popping up going bing, for the follow. But then Twitch was like, you're a pleb. So thank you for the follow. Anyway, back to my story. My friend in high school, literally throughout the 4 years, like, she biked to school. She biked to school all 4 years. And throughout the 4 years, I swear to God, every part of her bike got stolen. Which I don't know why the people in my high school were like stealing bikes and parts. I don't know if they thought they were being courteous or like what the hell they thought was going on. But they would literally like steal like the seat off your bike. And it's like, are you making your own bike? Hello, hello! It was one of those things where it's like, are you making a bike? Are you like, why do you need the seat of somebody's bike? What do you need that for? And my friend literally, I don't know if it was every piece of her bike, but she got chunks of her bike stolen a lot. I think it's because everybody like chained up their bikes. I don't know what the hell those kids were doing with those pieces of bikes. But the most southern thing was that if you had like a little cross or something on your car, they wouldn't fuck with you. My friend was Jewish. I told her, girl, you need to put a rosary or something on your bike, because they're never gonna steal from you. And it's like, I don't know what it is. I think it's just being in the South, in the southern United States. But like, they'll steal your shit. They'll rob you blind. But if you have Jesus on it, ooh, those gardeners are going crazy. If you have Jesus on it, they won't steal it. I don't know why, but they just won't. And it's so funny seeing this like out in the wild. Like around where I work, there are a bunch of buildings that like, they're literally layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of graffiti. And it's really funny because I'll hear like graffiti artists online when they show up on like my reels or something, that they'll be like, it's a rule to not paint over people's graffiti. Not here. Not where the lab is located, no. Oh my gosh! Do you guys hear that? God is protecting this one. Literally, it's like, it's so funny. There's this big graffiti that just says like, Jesus loves you. And it's been up for like 3 months and nobody's painted over it. Every other piece of graffiti, you know, you're lucky if you get like a week of screen time before somebody else is out there like putting their tag on it. But Jesus loves you, bro, has not been touched. There's been graffiti on literally every other square inch of that wall. And there's been more graffiti popping up like under the Jesus loves you, above the Jesus loves you, to the side of the Jesus loves you. But like, I don't know if they think God is gonna strike them down with lightning. I don't know what they think is gonna happen, but like, they do not fuck with Jesus down here. If you've got the Jesus merch, they're like, okay, cool. Next person. And it's literally like, I don't know what they think is gonna happen. But it really is that mindset. It's really funny because my brother had this parking sticker for, it wasn't even a church. And my brother's car in high school got robbed a lot. Especially because he was one of the only people with like a new car. So they like had him on the roster. I don't know if they had like a spreadsheet where they were like, okay, this is the new car, this new car, they're too shiny, they're too nice, rob them. But that's what would happen. And then, and it wasn't even for a church. It was for, I forget what it was for. I honestly forget what the hell the parking sticker was for. I haven't done that spike yet. Okay. I was just checking because I thought I have forgotten to do the second physics parameter of a little hair spike, but I didn't. Hee. So my brother's car would get robbed a shit ton. And then he had this little parking pass. I think it was for like the community center that he went to the gym to. I don't remember. But it looked like a church parking pass. Like it looked like it had like a little church bell on it. Like it looked, and it didn't say community center. It just said like the name of the community center. I'm not gonna dox myself, but the name of the community center. And after he got that parking pass, they didn't touch him. And it was like, they think God's protecting you. I don't know why, it's the weirdest thing, but down here it works. Maybe they think you have a gun. Maybe that's it. Maybe they see Jesus and they go, this guy has a gun. I'm gonna get shot. This person believes in the Second Amendment. I mean, I have lots of crazy stories from high school. Like once in high school, this actually happened more than once. So the high school I went to, there were like outside gates, right? And they locked the gates during the school day, and you had to like, if you wanted to leave, you had to like get a security guard to unlock it. So what happened, and this happened multiple times, by the way. I don't know if the security guard that was supposed to unlock it for dismissal like forgot. I don't know what happened. But there would be several days where, you know, it'd be dismissal. We weren't ditching, it was dismissal. And the gate outside would just be locked. It would just straight up be locked. Okay, I still have that spike and these two sides, and then I'll do that physics. And sometimes it would take them like a hot, you know, a hot 30 minutes to unlock it. I don't know what they were doing. Where is this little guy? Did I do it? No, did I just skip it? I think I just skipped it. And like sometimes it would literally be locked for like 30 minutes. And I don't know what the hell they were doing. I don't know why it was locked. They'd be locked for like a really long time. It was funny because my grandfather, those first 2 years when I didn't drive, would pick me up. And it was like, it was like visiting in prison and like touching your hand up against the glass, like I'm gonna get you out of there. But it was me trying to leave school at the appropriate time. And sometimes we had to wait for a really long time. So what would happen, of course, naturally, is people would start jumping the fence. Because, you know, the high school I went to, you know, forget appointments, forget that. People had jobs. Like, I think, like, at least half the kids at the high school I went to had jobs. And the other half were, you know, taking bicycle seats and shit. But they had jobs. So literally every time that would happen, like you'd have people jumping the fence. And one day it happened. And at that point, I just like call my grandfather and I'm like, oh yeah, well, and I speak in Spanish to him and I tell him what's up and that's it. And then I people watch and I watch all the people jump over stuff, jump the fence. And you can tell who skips school by how well they jump over the fence. Cause the fence is locked all day. So if you want to skip school, you gotta learn how to jump that fence. And you can really tell who's practiced. But I remember once, you know, I called my grandfather, whatever, and then I'm just sitting, chilling, waiting. And there's this kid in a wheelchair. And I'm like, okay, guess you're stuck here too, cool. And then he goes and he talks to one of his friends. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just people watching. I'm doing the opposite of minding my business. So he talks to one of his friends and he's like talking to this guy and I'm kind of far away because I'm like sitting at a bench. I'm not trying to jump the fence and like break my ankle or something. Like, I'm an artist. I'm not athletic. I know how to animate, but I'm not athletic. So I didn't want to end up in the hospital with like a broken ankle because I tried to jump the fence. So I'm chilling. And the guy with the wheelchair, in the wheelchair, you know, he talks to his friend and his friend goes and leaves. And he's like waiting really close to the fence. Which, again, this happened like semi-regularly. The gate being closed and being locked and us having to like wait for somebody to let us out. It was really shitty, but it happened semi-regularly. And this guy comes over with like 4 or 5 bros. And that's the only way I can describe them, as bros. So he comes over with 4 or 5 of his bros. And they back up the wheelchair guy and then 2 of them, not one of them, 2 of them climb over the fence and they wait. And at this point I didn't know what was going on, so I'm like, okay. And I'm watching this very intently. Like, I have my phone out. I'm like, am I gonna have to call an ambulance? Well, at this point, not yet, because I hadn't figured out what was happening. So the two guys jump over and they're like waiting and they're ready to like receive something. And I'm like, okay. And then, because there are like benches near the school, I'm sitting on one of the benches like near the front. So then they roll the guy over like kind of close to where I was. And I'm like, okay. And they take him out of his wheelchair and they put him on the bench. And then the guys like go and they run with the wheelchair and they get the wheelchair over the fence. They didn't throw it. I guess because they had a bit of discussion, so I assumed the guy in the wheelchair was like, wheelchairs are expensive. Please don't, you know, throw my like $800 wheelchair, however much wheelchairs cost, and break it. So they get the wheelchair over the fence. And at this point, I know what's going on. At this point, I have my phone out and I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna have 911 ready. I'm like Googling the school's address to make sure I can say it right. I'm like, I'm gonna have 911 ready just in case. So they get the wheelchair over. And then I guess they do like more talking, trying to like figure out how to do this maneuver. They come back, they're like asking the guy in the wheelchair, who's no longer in his wheelchair, how like strong his arms are. They're being pretty thorough with this, at least as thorough as like a bunch of high schoolers would be in this situation. Which again, they could have just waited. I don't know if wheelchair guy had a job. I don't know what was going on. But they could have just waited. We didn't need to do all this. Like it was, and again, American South, so I don't know if they like said a little prayer and they're like, we got it. So they do some conversing. And another one of the bros climbs over, so now we have like 3 and 3. And then the guys on the side of the fence that's where the school is, that's still locked, come over to the bench and like pick the guy up. And they help him up to the fence, and he like lifts himself onto the fence. And he like sits like, and this takes a minute. And they're like helping him turn around so he's facing the other way. And he's like up on the fence. And again, this took a long time. This took long enough that it was still like a hot 20 minutes before they opened the gate after this happened. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if like the security guard was smoking weed out back. Like I don't know what was happening. But this happened like at least once a semester. Not the wheelchair thing, although I'm sure that happened too. The gate being locked. And I remember just watching, like shocked with my phone out. Like this guy's might, you know, injure himself. Okay, physics time. That this guy might like injure himself doing this. And of course, I don't want to see anybody injured. Okay, I can't zoom in anymore. Whack. Add. Name. Bang. Bounce. 3 pendulums. No, actually, I want that, I think. Why is the input... I hate that I can't zoom in. So I watched them get this kid over the fence. And they did it successfully. I mean, I was ready to call 911. And that was the moment where I know I went to a hood school. Especially because, like, my main takeaway from it was, like, wow, they're so supportive. That was my main take. I was literally like, wow, disability rights. input, output, add, boom, oh no, boom and boom, okay. I was literally like, wow, okay. Let me add a couple. How do I add a pendulum? Like this? Yeah. I don't know how to make this work. I'm just gonna play with the values. The funniest bit was I was literally like, okay. Like, I'm not gonna question this. Effectiveness, maybe it's the scale that needs to go up? How do I get this to move? Welcome to the Scuff stream. I'm learning how to use Live2D. I'm not the person you call if you want to learn how to use Live2D. I am the person you call if you want to yap while I try to figure things out. And right now what I'm trying to figure out is how the heck I get this to work. Is it here? What does this do? That makes that longer. Is it the inputs? What? I'm so confused. I'm so confused right now. I've made physics before. I've literally made physics before. What's the playlist? What's this? Settings? Huh? Set random pose. I'm not doing that. Let me stop pressing buttons. Settings of cursor tracking. Oh, I can do this. I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could do one of these. She still looks a little goofy, especially like the hair overlap. But how? Am I crazy? How do I get this to work? I'll figure something out. But how do I get... It's shaking? It's shaking? I see the pendulum shaking with my own two eyes. Pendulum. Maybe I need to do... You... Oh, wait. No. One... And then your two? Now will it work? No. Love that. Love that. I still have 20 minutes. I have 20 minutes to figure this out. And I need to remember to take blinking off of the title before I upload the VOD on my YouTube. I need to remember. Fast Gamer, are you still here? Can you remind me in 20 minutes if you're still here, please? I don't know, I don't even have my Twitch open. But if you're still here, can you remind me? If not, it's okay. How do I make this work? How do I do that? Now I'm just making it spin. Making it spin. That doesn't even change the angle, that just makes it spin. That's so funny. Okay. No, it cannot be more. Is it the other way? Do I need to reverse the input and output? I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall right now. Would you like to adjust the output magnification? Yes. Oh, there we go. There we go. Boing, 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 boing. Boing boing. Boing boing! Yay! There we go, there we go. Now it boing boings. Now it boing boings. Look at the boing boing. That's great. That's great. That's the boing boing we want. That's the boing boing we want. In fact, if anything, pump those numbers up. Pump them up. Boing boing. Can I? Yeah. Boing boing. Boing boing, my dear. Let me take you off your Z. Boing boing. My computer is like, please help me. I need to adjust the hair a little bit, but I was getting choked by cops. Rip. Yeah, you stole somebody's bike seat. That police brutality is rough. Dun, dun. I got the physics working while you were gone. I don't even know when you left. I have OBS open, but I don't have like Twitch open. So I can see the chat, but I can't see like the viewers or anything. But I got the physics working. I was being stupid. I wasn't making the numbers high enough. I was like, why is it not working? And it's like 0.5. But now the hair jiggles. It jiggle jaggles. I am gonna end at 2. Well, 2 my time. I don't know what time it is for you. So I am gonna end in like 10 minutes. But it's nice you're back. You're getting chokeslammed by cops. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Wait, can I add the same output? Or does it not let me? It doesn't let me. Okay. I'm just kind of lurking. I'm here. I'm just always doing... That's how I watch streams too. I do that all the time. I don't have a semester going right now because I took a semester off so I could like do more hours. And they didn't have the classes I needed to graduate anyway, so there wasn't really a point of like spending money on that. And a lot of the time what I do is I will put on a stream in the background while I am doing like homework or something, so I totally get that. I'm actually a chronic lurker. I need to start lurking on the Daisy account. It was so funny because like YouTube, I made a new account because like my YouTube account has like all my personal stuff and I'm trying not to put all my business on the internet like that. Yeah, that's done. Now let me do the ponytail, or at least start on it. Is that I try not to like well, I try not to dox myself. It's really hard when I like try to think of things to talk about and I'm like, well, I need to talk about my personal life because, you know, stuff happening in them. Like, let me not dox myself, you know, let me not tell you where I work, let me not give you my credit card number, my social security, the 4 numbers on the back, 3 numbers on the back. I'm a yapper though, so it's like if it comes up in conversation I need to stop myself, because if not, hopefully this should just add to the physics and I won't have to make a new pendulum. But I need to start lurking on the Daisy account because YouTube and Twitch both think I'm a bot. It's terrible. Especially because I don't know if you were here while I was talking about it. Oh, you were because you followed. But I can't upload custom images. Well, I can for like my banner and my bio and stuff. I just haven't gotten around to it because I am an adult with a job. Very unfortunate. Skill issue. But since I've had like the same phone number since I've had a phone in like middle school, and I made a Twitch account in middle school, just accidentally drops government name, yeah. Literally just accidentally says my social security. But But since I made that account in middle school and I put my phone number on it, and I deleted that account a while ago. I don't even remember why, but I think it's because, like, as a middle schooler, I was, like, active in people's chats and shit, and I said lots of cringy things, and I just, like, deleted it out of embarrassment. That sounds like me, so that's probably right. So I deleted the account connected to my phone number, and then I try to put my phone number here so I can, like, make the custom little follower thing. And it's like, you actually need to go into the other account and change this setting. And I'm like, well, the other account doesn't exist. And I contacted Twitch support, and I emailed them like 4 or 5 times trying to explain that the other account doesn't exist, and I can't recover the other account because I deleted it way longer than 90 days ago. And they were basically just like, well, kick rocks. Kick rocks, anime girl. We don't believe you. And I'm like, what? Do you want me to text you? Do you want me to, like, do, like, those old, like, chat roulette things? Like, what do you want? It wasn't chat roulette. Oh, no. It would truly be a shame. Literally the other stream... My other stream, I almost said, like, the name, because I was talking about how, like, I walked to church and it's hot as hell. Literally hot as hell. So I was talking about how I walked to church, and I almost said the name of my church, and I was like, ooh! Ooh! Hope nobody kidnaps me! Especially because being an anime girl, like... I'm a weeb, okay? I've been a weeb since, like, fucking 5th grade. Watching Fairy Tail illegally on YouTube in, like, 12 parts per episode. But... something with, like, people and VTubers that are like, oh, let me kidnap them. Let me stalk them. Yes, the person using an anime avatar for privacy. Let me just, where do you live? So I've been trying very hard not to dox myself. One of these days, I'm gonna just, like, accidentally drop my full address. I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. In my gut. In my non-existent balls. Almost done, almost done. I'm so hungry, I didn't have lunch. Because I literally, it's not even that I forgot I was streaming today. Can't have shit when you're an anime character, yeah. You can't have shit when you're an anime character. It's just something about being an anime girl. You cannot have shit. Especially if that shit is privacy. I forgot what I was gonna say. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, I hope this works and I don't go into the physics parameter and it's like, you've messed everything up. Well, I remember now that I actually had a different plan for today's stream. I was going to, did I already do this? Yeah, I did. Reading the name of the parameter would probably help me keep track of which ones I have and haven't done. Because I was actually gonna, like, re-render the hair because I'm my own VTuber mom and dad because I have no money. I'm an intern. So I get paid minimum wage. I get paid a little above minimum wage. I make like $14 an hour, which you can make if you work at McDonald's. So since I have no fucking money, I just drew and am rigging, obviously, myself. And today's stream, I even said it last week, that I was gonna like redraw the hair, and I'd like show you guys how to like replace the mesh without getting rid of your rigging, because that's a thing you can do. And I completely forgot about it. I'm not even gonna do the blink. I have 3 minutes left. I have 3 minutes left. I am gonna check to make sure these hair physics work. And then what happened was I opened my Live2D, and I explained this like in the VOD on YouTube, but I'm not gonna like hold a gun to your head and be like, subscribe to my YouTube and watch all the VODs. So I can just tell you now, it's no skin off my back. But what happened was I had opened it, and for some reason she was like this, and it looks like this because I moved the point, but when I opened it up there was no point over here. It just was stuck like that. And I was like shitting myself. I was like figuratively shitting myself because I thought I had to start over again. This is the 3rd time I've restarted this rig. That's not shaking how I want, to be honest, but I think that might just be that the ponytail's still kind of like fucked up and flat. That's shaking well enough that I can fix the ponytail and see how that goes. But I will be doing that next stream because I'm out of time. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. I love yapping with everybody and, you know, rigging and doing the art stuff. Schedule, which fuck, I need to make my weekly schedule. I'm so good at being a VTuber. I'm so good at being a VTuber, I promise. Tuesday at 6 p.m. after work, I will be doing theology for mutants, aka the Bible study that's happening because I'm a literature nerd and not because I want to convert anybody. Thursday, I will be doing Cine Sketch, which is the show where I watch stuff and I sketch while I watch it. I will be doing Solve It Squad Back in Biz episode 2 Thursday 6 p.m. and then noon I will be here rigging noon Saturday. That's all from me. Thank you for visiting the lab and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope to see you next time. Bye!